All right, guys, here we are in Central Park. We are starting the double Borough, 17.8 kilometers. This is nice, downhill to start. Warming up for the hardest race of the week, the 11:15 US Central Time Zwift Unlocked. Going to be doing this exact course in about 40 minutes. So here we are, starting out in Central Park, just doing some recon. Here. Let's bring up our ride stats. Just warming up. You guys are with me from the very moment I threw my leg over this bike. Just trying to gradually warm the legs up, get ready for what will inevitably be a very, very difficult race. Just want to get used to these roads, very familiar roads at this point, not only the Central Park roads, but also those down in Times Square and across the Brooklyn and Manhattan bridges, which are all part of this course today, which is not a loop, more of an out and back. All right. Hopefully I get all 17 kilometers of this warm-up completed before it's time to race. Stay tuned for that. But there was not the ability to turn this into a group ride. So last week at 10 a.m. Central Time, I was able to pre-ride the race course as a group ride. And as far as I could tell on the Companion app, it was not available today. So here I am doing this solo. No consistent wheels to draft off of in this warm-up. So I'm doing it all by myself. Nice individual warm-up. Okay, so this is the first left-hand turn out of the park onto the new roads that are taking us towards Times Square, towards the Brooklyn Bridge and the Manhattan Bridge. And as you can see, so far, pretty flat. So early days in this course are going to be fast, but it's also going to be flat. So it'll be draftable. If you are going to race this or do a group ride, there are going to be wheels that are available to you, and you should take advantage of that. All right. 2K in, making our way through some of the new roads and then connecting to the subway. Just keeping the legs spinning, letting the heart rate kind of come around. Little 1% gradient here. In a group, this will definitely be draftable. No doubt about it. Okay. And approaching the subway. It's always down, always fast into the subway. And with a group, look, I'm at 70 kilometers an hour. I think in the Peloton, we got up to like 80 down that long stretch into the subway. So it's always going to be fast. And in free ride, there should be some power points, 10-second, 20-second power, I think, is available in a few of these sections through the subway. Okay, first couple minutes in, first few kilometers completed. Spinning the legs, enjoying the time through these subway sections, which are flat, which are fast. Here is a 5-second power section. If you're so inclined on the free ride. There we go. Making our way downtown. This will go very quickly on a group ride or a race. We'll get through this section sort of before you know it. Coming up on right on 4K in is this first incline. Here we go. 19%. Up and over and out. Back onto the glass skyways. Flat, guys, flat, flat, flat. So really on this course, the beginning of the course, there will be people pushing it in your group, in your race, but it is predominantly flat and very draftable. And so consider that in the time that you're riding it, because we are eventually getting to the Brooklyn Bridge and the Manhattan Bridge. And those efforts are back to back and pretty close together. So you want to enjoy this section as much as possible. Okay, coming through another banner here. Let's just go ahead and pop the power up regardless. It's a spawn point for some of the other routes. Moving quickly through this. Already over 5 kilometers done in the first 8 minutes. And I'm holding right around 3 watts a kilo. And I think Arclon's behind me is enjoying this. This is tricky. Even though it's glowing, it is not a banner. I've been fooled there many times. None of these are banners. Back down into the subway. Enjoying that free speed. Arclon's taking advantage of that slingshot. Coming back up to his wheel. A lot of the course eaten up, already a third of the way through, more than that. And again, it's mostly subway down, subway up, and flat. So being really smart in the initial sections can be really helpful to your ultimate success in this ride and race. Okay, here's a 10-second power banner. Don't think I'm hitting my 1-year PR right now, or 90-day. Still 300 watts, not too shabby. Got 30 minutes till I am right back on this course in a racing format. Just kilometer after kilometer of flat and fast in the early days. Now we're gonna work our way out of this subway, and then it's getting ready for the beast that is the Brooklyn Bridge. Want to put enough wattage into it here that we're staying with everybody in our group. Okay. This is great. We got some wheels to use here. Just floating through. And now, 8K in, almost halfway through the loop, things are gonna get really real. Got this downhill section on the glass skyway here, which is gonna get us ready for the Brooklyn Bridge KOM, which started right there on the downhill. But the true effort of this KOM has not yet started. You can see the base of the descent coming up. And right here, we start to hit the substance of the Brooklyn Bridge climb. Almost 5%. You have to dig here. With your group, you gotta dig. Ride or race, this is going to get pushed. And then you gotta hold on to it. There we go. Now it's starting to flatten out a bit, but the climb is far from over. Little recovery here at 1.6%, and then right back into it as we get 3 to 4 through this section here. And we just work. It just grinds. Not a full-on climb, not fully draftable either. Want to manage your effort through here. Be towards the front. Don't be off the back. And just grind away. It just keeps going. My PR is 2 minutes and 50 seconds, and that's full on. So It's not a short climb. Probably going to be looking at closer to 4 minutes at high threes, almost 4 watts a kilo. Now, this is where, for me, in the past, it's fallen apart. You see the banner. You think it's over. It is not. The way that so many people are riding this now is to and through the banner. Notice it's still 2%. Still 2%. Now it's 1%. Now it's flat. And people keep pushing. It's only -1. People push here. And I have gotten separated off the back when I have not continued to push through the arch. So you gotta push as speed increases. Just to be safe, be ready to go at an effort that goes through the banner. So we're talking it's now a 4-minute effort. It's a 4:15, 4.5-minute effort, depending on your watts per kilo, depending on the speed of the group. But don't target that arch. Target past it and onto this downhill, which a lot of riders push. It's 3%. It can be pushed and can make it uncomfortable for anyone who's trying to recover down this hill. So we're getting to the floor of the bridge here. Things are gonna flatten out. And there's not a ton of real estate between the base of the Brooklyn and the start of the Manhattan. I will say the Brooklyn Bridge is going to be the more explosive and harder climb. And if you do a good job of managing your effort on the Brooklyn Bridge, you'll be well equipped to make it up and over the Manhattan, which just isn't as challenging. It's still going to be a challenge, but it's not the same challenge that you just experienced on the Brooklyn Bridge. Mr. Broadhurst is on the course behind us. We will be seeing him for sure in 20 minutes when we line up for the race. So we're now 12K in with 6K to go. You are 2/3 of the way done with this course after you are off and down the Brooklyn Bridge. And now with only 6K to go, it's a very draftable ramp right here. You can draft that bottom section. You can draft this top section. And you should. And then as you start to come around this corner, the bridge starts to give you a sense of its steady incline. So here we are, 2.5%. And this one, just like the Brooklyn, drones on. Okay, we're just carrying this speed up and over. And you can see it just feels like we're barely moving across the yellow section. It just drones on and on and on. There's the banner way off yonder. Same idea here as it was with the Brooklyn Bridge. The banner is not the target. You got to set your power and your ability to keep pushing beyond that arch. People will ride strong across the top and into and through the downhill. Still 1%. Now we're at that 0%. Got to stay on the power. Really flat section here. Got to stay on the power. Keep up the speed of the group. And then down the hill we go. Now, if you do need to catch a group like the group ahead of me, if you do have a boost, like Arrow, for example, you'll see just how quickly, without really changing much effort at all, if any, how my speed improves down this hill. But you'll also see, since everybody's moving so quickly, it still takes a while to reattach to any group that's ahead of you. I may be going 56, but they're probably going 52, 53. So it'll take a minute to get reattached. Okay, now we're back to relatively flat. Hopefully there is a chance in here in the next 3.5 kilometers to get some recovery, but don't count on it. There's always somebody in the peloton who wants to put the hurt on. A lot has transpired, guys. A lot has transpired, and it's only been 22 and roughly a half minutes so far. You're now 15K in with 3 to go. You gotta stay on it because your group will be pushing. Teddy with a good luck today. You too, exclamation point, see you soon. Teddy is a great racer. I don't think I've ever beaten Teddy. But who knows, maybe today's the day. Anyways, guys, back to the Recon. You saw we very quickly descended back into the subway. After that descent, it's flat, it's fast. And if you look in the top right at the elevation profile, you're gonna see we're gonna stay on this flat section, and really the end of this race is interesting in the sense that you are gonna pop out of the subway, and then very quickly the finish line's gonna appear shortly after that 19% rise. All right, Teddy with the strong arm and the heart. Or maybe that's not a heart. I don't even know what that emoji is. Guys, I'm not wearing glasses, but strong arm. He's flexing. Okay. And this is fast, right? I'm holding less than 3 watts a kilo and holding 41 kilometers an hour. So it's quick, and it's quick when there are other wheels in front of you to be able to draft through. So with a group, this is going to be fast no matter what your category is. Continuing to work our way towards the riser. Another 10-second power opportunity. We'll save those for the race, although I don't think any of these gates are up in the race. I could be wrong. I think the power markers are up there on the free rides. Maybe on the group rides, but I think only the free rides. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, we're working our way with 900 meters to go. We're about to come up out of this tunnel. You want to be placed well. You want to put in enough wattage up this incline that you are not left behind. But you also don't want to spend too much wattage and be too tired. Going to be spat out at 0%, super flat. You will be spat out, it will be fast. And then we are coming up on a left-hand turn and the finish line in 500 meters. So from the top of that escalator, out of that 19% pitch, out of the subway, you can expect that it's going to be elevated in terms of effort and pace. And here we are, 300 meters to go. Can't even see the finish line. Can't see it because it's around this corner. By the time you hit this corner, there are only 200 meters left. And it's not really until you make the full turn that you realize, oh, there's only 150 meters. So don't be caught out because you can't see the banner. You got to read the distance up top. And that, my friends, is double Borough. I have done it as well as Zwift Unlocked Stage 5, 5 of 5. I need to do this as a group ride, and I'm going to do it. All right, there we go. I got the kit, because I've done it all. But I have done every race, every short ride, every long ride. And so now I need to complete the double Borough as a ride and a race, and then I've got to do the long ride. So I got my work cut out for me this week. But I think this puts me in the running for a custom painted Zwift ride frame. I'm already on the Zwift ride, which I'm really enjoying, by the way. But I don't have a custom painted frame, so who knows? Maybe I'll get lucky. Must be present to win. You got to do the events to win. This worked out perfectly. I've got my course preview. I got warmed up. I've got 12 minutes to go. Hopefully this preview is valuable to you if you've not yet done this course. Hopefully it's nice to be able to see how the roads all attach and what you can expect. I hope that I rode it at a pace that wasn't boring and you guys were able to see it all the way through to get a sense of what you can expect and what is available through this course. Oh boy, guys, we are 11 minutes away from the fastest pen in all of Zwift. That Monday pen. Holy moly. I am feeling it already. But I will save you from those pre-race jitters. So I'm gonna sign off now. You guys will see this course preview soon enough. And then you'll see how I did in the race. I'm happy that I got to ride the course before racing it. That is always, always helpful. And I am well warmed up and ready to go. So I hope this course, in whatever format, free ride, ride, or race you decide to engage it, I hope it goes really well for you. Guys, thanks so much for being here. There will be more from me very, very soon in the next 10 minutes. But for now, that's all from me.